Yo, what's good, YouTube? This Shower here back with another video. Trying to stay consistent, man. Today, we're going to be talking about discipline. Specifically in discipline, being responsible with your sexual energy or your sexual essence, or as they call it in the Taoist philosophies, our Qing energy. How does sexual energy affect our mental health? This powerful energy can be held and transmuted to help create whatever we desire with deliberate action and force. Sexual energy is the embodiment of creativity. Whatever we desire to create, it will be original. It will be one of a kind because it's coming from source energy. How does sexual energy give us clarity of mind? Sexual energy, when we abstain from sexual engagements, we become more clear in the mind. We don't have anything else to focus on. All we have is our dreams, ideas to create. When we're talking about general health and how sexual energy affects us, we have to talk about how conserving our sexual energy physically is important. The primary function of the seminal and ovarian fluids is to create a child, essentially. What makes up these fluids is nutrients and minerals and enzymes and ions. Everything that helps power our organs is used to create a child. So we have to be responsible with this energy at all times. After we ejaculate or discharge these fluids, we become fatigued most times. When we deplete ourselves, we're weakening our bodies and we become more susceptible to sickness. I want to read this quote in a book that I'm reading. It's called The Taoist Secrets of Love, Cultivating Male Sexual Energy. He says, by Mantak Chia, he says, with frequent ejaculation of sperm, vitality ultimately plummets. The big spender loses stamina. His vision becomes weakened. Hair tumbles from his skull. He grows old before his time. At first, he will not feel drained, but after years of abuse, his capacities begin to drop alarmingly. When we're young, it's very important that we don't deplete this energy so mindlessly. Like, after a long period of time, it starts to hurt us. It has damaging long-term effects. So it's very, very important that we're responsible with this energy at a young age. Even as we age, it's very important. In terms of the mental and the physical aspects of cultivating this sexual energy, we have to talk about the spiritual aspect of being responsible with this energy. We have to talk about being mindful of who we exchange these energies with, because what they carry, once we become in a relationship and we have this sexual intercourse, their energy is being rubbed off on us. So if they have a lower frequency, then they can pull us down on this journey, and they can limit us on how we go. The trauma and the emotional baggage that they carry, we can carry as well if we exchange energies, and whatever we carry, we can exchange to them. So it's important that we all heal this before we decide to have sex or engage in sexual encounters. Taoists practice this cultivation of energy by conserving it and using it to attain higher levels of consciousness, to become more enlightened and become more with source energy. They conserve this energy and use these methods so they can achieve higher levels of enlightenment. I also want to read this quote from the Taoist Secrets of Love. It says, the energy lost over long periods of time weakens the physical health of the male, can lead to unconscious emotional anger towards women, and gradually robs the male higher mind and spirit of his power to rejuvenate itself. So in conclusion, I want to challenge myself. I am challenging myself, but I want you all to challenge yourselves to conserve this sexual energy, to help create a fruitful and healthy life that you desire. It's one of the greatest obstacles of self-mastery, but it's important to practice to reach a higher level of success, a higher level of consciousness, a higher level of living. I also want to read the quote from Thinking We're Rich. He says, when harnessed and redirected along other lines, this motivating force maintains all of its attributes of keenness of imagination, courage, etc., which may be used as powerful creative forces in literature, art, or in any other profession or calling, including, of course, the accumulation of riches. He says the desire cannot and should not be submerged or eliminated, but it should be given an outlet through forms of expression which enrich the body, the mind, and spirit of man. So once you conserve this energy, you have to use this energy to elevate yourself. That's the whole purpose of this, using this sexual energy, this desire that we have innate to create a better version of ourselves. So I challenge you all to take a stint from sexual encounters. Use this energy towards good, towards better, you know? So that's all we have for today, man. Be responsible with your sexual essence or your Qing energy. Peace, family.